Hey chess friends, welcome back to the struggle run where we are trying to get from 1400 to 1500 rapid. Let's get a game started and see what happens. We have the black pieces. We haven't had the black pieces in a while, I think. And I think we will try to invite our opponent to play Caro Kann with us. It's either going to be that or a silly Sicilian, but we're going to try Caro Kann. We'll see what happens. So immediately I'm thinking we might have sort of this line where we play d5. There's some sort of capture, maybe alien gambit line. Possibly, or Tartakower. I like the Tartakower, so we'll just have to see. Okay, no Tartakower, just an exchange. Now things become pretty simple. The first step is going to be knight to c6. We'll see where they place their knight, or if they do or don't. We can get our bishop developed to either f5 or g4, depending. And yeah, I think we just have ourselves a nice friendly game, you know? Alright, and now we've done our initial setup. These are the things where we don't have to think too hard on. So from this point, we'll want to think a little bit more from this point on. E6 is always a good idea at this point once your bishop is outside the pawn chain. It's just, do I want to take on f3 or not? I can take on the f3, otherwise I can always play e6, get my knight developed to f6. I don't think there's anything too wrong with that. Am I worried about some sort of jump here? Takes... Not really. Not really. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play e6 and wait and see what my opponent does. Alright, bit of a slow move, so they're taking away the b4 square from me. Alright, wasn't planning on doing anything with b4. Wasn't going to, like, pin over here. That's not what one does. So I'm thinking bishop to d6 is a very good possibility here. But also... well... no, I kind of like bishop d6 right at this moment. Does that invite maybe some sort of... I mean, I don't know where they're putting their bishop yet. That's my only thing. I don't know where they are putting their bishop. And if I go d6 now, do I have something like this that I have to worry about? I mean, I guess not, because honestly, then I'll just probably infiltrate, but go to queen to b6. Probably. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have eyes on this anyway. Okay, we're gonna play knight f6 and see what they decide to do with their bishop. Whenever I'm playing blitz, I like to capture on f3 usually beforehand. Now our opponent's giving us kind of an option. Either we can reroute and go to g6. Am I afraid of this? Maybe. They could still castle queenside. So I think based on that, I'm going to take. We're going to take and then probably get our bishop developed. It's just a matter of where to develop it to. D6 is definitely, the best. Otherwise, I'm a little worried about this pin here, because if I go over and get my queen over to b6 to apply more pressure, and they take, then they'll wreck my pawn structure kingside. That's not exactly what I want to go for. I could go here more immediately, because I don't know... I mean, if I go here immediately, I think they can't really guard. They can guard, I guess, with bishop e3. Then do I have something like takes on b2? It's a lot. It's a lot, not gonna lie. I mean, the bishop definitely wants to go here. I just don't want to have to deal with any, you know, anything with this pin, potentially. I suppose we'll go to the... I mean, but if we go there and then they pin, then I castle... it's not really something that I want to deal with. We could put our queen over here to begin with, but then... Well, that's going to make their bishop want to go to e3. Then I guess I can develop my bishop to d6. Maybe. I really wish they'd moved their bishop first, but they still haven't moved their bishop. Alright. Well, we'll go bishop d6, because ultimately that's where we kind of want to go in these lines. So, probably going to castle now. Okay, now we need to decide what we're going to do. Bishop goes to g5. I mean, I could potentially... Can we... There's nothing quite like... Although, I mean, that would be interesting, but I don't think it would be quite what we want. I think we'll just ask the bishop what its intent is. I don't want to go back bishop d7. That seems really, like, annoying. But I don't have enough to take down d4. I could also get my knight over to c8. Can't be a bad thing. Yeah, queen here. There's a move. There's a like knight to a4 move in that situation, which I'm not really crazy about. Not crazy about it. We're gonna get a rook over to c8. Just since it might be a file that opens up soon. I don't like the idea of moving this bishop back, but I feel like I might have to. It kind of depends. Otherwise, I don't know. Just kind of seeing my options. No, I don't really have any. There's nothing like that exists in this position. Okay, we're trying to... So they're trying to shift around? I don't know. That's a weird one. I mean, doesn't look like there's an immediate anything there. I would like to go for this as a possible weakness, but I can't yet. No, there's nothing. There's nothing there quite at the moment for me to go at. The moment I move somewhere, this is getting snatched up. So maybe I should have played bishop to e7 to begin with. If I move to bishop e7, then this is... But that could happen anyway. I think we need to do something. We need to, like, find a way to route things. Otherwise, maybe just pushing. I hate the idea, really, of pushing there. But, I mean, it would open things up. But it also would leave this potentially undefended, because if they ruin this, then, you know, that pawn is falling. So I'm not really a fan of that, I would say. But I want to be able to move my queen, so it's horrible, but I might unpin so that I can move my queen. Because if I go over here, I mean, I have some... Well, also now if I go that way, they're just going to go... Probably just going to play a move like... Yeah, b4. I mean, that's coming up. That's definitely coming up. Can I get something here? Maybe I could. Maybe I could get something there. Reroute this. If takes this way. Really, there's not a lot going on for this position. And I don't know about a move like that. I think this does get something done right away. And we'll see what they want to do. Okay, so they take... Now, do I take with my queen, or do I take with the knight and then have a knight over here? Because the knight isn't going to have many prospects on this side, I don't think. Let's take this way. Just so that we manage to open up the knight. Open up this... Yeah, okay. Maybe get around that way? Do I have to worry about this push? Not really at the moment. The knight doesn't have... I mean, the knight can go, I guess, over to h5. Maybe. I'm not seeing it. They could. They can do anything. Do I have anything there right now? Not really. Not really any way to infiltrate the position. Do I have something like this? Like a sack? No, nothing. Nothing like a... No sacks. Do not have them. Could get both of my knights over here, which would be kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen worse plans. Then they don't have any pushes. They're not able really to get in there or there. Alright. I guess at this point, I've kind of done everything I can with my pieces, so maybe I should push some pawns now. Is there any reason for me to take? Not at the moment. I think I can just go back and then bring out the queen. Possibly. Possibly. I don't really want to trade there, though. It gives my opponent a lot of activity. So instead, we're just bringing everything over to the king side. At least now, maybe once I get my queen over there, I'm threatening something. But probably, I mean, probably not a whole lot. Bishop over to this side. That's an interesting one. Could that be anything? No, I don't think so. What about here? Can I go queen to g5 with the idea of some sort of knight jump? Which would force something, but I mean, I don't know how much it would force. Seems like they're trying to get in on this side too, but yeah, I don't know. I think going here first is not bad. They don't have any dark square control, you know. Their dark squared bishop is gone, so my queen should be safe enough there for the time being. If I can get my knight over to f4, then I'm going to be threatening some things. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, definitely threatening something there you have to retake. Okay. And maybe now I can get this other knight in and finally try to do something. You know, I might just start pushing the f-pawn, honestly. Otherwise, we do have a move like knight to g5 now, which could result in some fun. Because I mean, I imagine they're trying to get that around. Do I? No, there's nothing there that I have to worry about yet. Maybe I just gotta get the knight to g5 and then push the f-pawn. Am I worried about the queen coming in then? I mean, probably slightly worried. Queen can still evacuate if needed. And then I'm thinking, unfortunately, I don't really want to push that pawn. But I think I have to. Yeah, I really do think I kind of have to push the f-pawn. I have to make some sort of inroads. I can't really get around on this side, so that kind of leaves just pushing the f-pawn. Is there any downside? Not seeing any downside. Not yet. So we'll get the f-pawn pushed. Move 23. This is a long game. I mean, I'm taking most of the time. My opponent hasn't taken too much time at all. I feel like we could bring our queen back and then keep pushing, but I don't know. If we could get in as well, that would be pretty valuable. Can I do something like this? I mean, that might pose a threat. Let's see. Knight to e4 takes towards the center, opening this up. That could actually do something. You pretty much have to take then. Yeah, pretty much do have to take. Because it would open the file. So let's get over there. And I suppose you have that as well. But yeah, we're going to take this way. And just put some pressure on. We've got that opened up now. And our center's pretty strong, so they're not immediately busting through the center. So I could just stack. Or I could, yeah, or I could play, rook to f6 as well. They're trying to get in. Are they trying to get in, like, to there? Maybe that is what they're trying to do. So maybe it would be pertinent to get all the way up here and then be able to drop that to, yeah, you know what? It probably offers the best odds. But they can't go over here right now anyway. I mean, there's not much they can do. I think this is not bad. Let's get a rook in there. Okay, well, good thing I can get out. So, I think d6 is probably pretty good. I mean, if I really wanted to, all the way to c7 to defend, I mean, but I think it's a little much. Yeah, but, oh, well. No, I like being on d6. I mean, I guess I could make the argument as well, but although all the way there would be easier to fully stack. Okay. And maybe we can infiltrate on this side too. There's some options. Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to go over this way. Oh, they're thinking about taking there in the corner, aren't they? Probably not. Probably shouldn't allow that. I mean, now our plan becomes pretty simple, I think. I mean, we're really telegraphing the plan, too. We're just going to stack on the F-file. Our queen kind of looks like she's out of it, but we can still get in really quick if we have to. You know, we still have... she has access over to this side, over to the F-file if she needs to get over there real quick. It does look like they're going to try to push, but I don't think... Let's just stack. I could go something like this, trying to get in on this side. Or I could just infiltrate this way. Or I could triple stack. I mean, you're not stopping that. You're not stopping a triple stack. Just get everything on this file. And if we have to, we can still try to infiltrate this way with the queen. Maybe we could even have something like push to e5? I don't know what that gets us. Okay, let's see. If I do go over there, takes. No, I mean, it wouldn't work too well. We could also play this to just freeze the situation here. So yeah, we can freeze it. We can get into to c4 if we have to with our queen. If their queen ever moves, we might be able to push this this pawn, but might not be great. Because if we push to e3, do they get f3 then, and then we just have nothing? I don't know. I do not know. I suppose we also could have, well, I don't know if I like rook to g6, though. At least my opponent is spending some time thinking, finally. It's gonna be really interesting to see what Stockfish says. I'm not sure. In this position, I have no idea who is better. It looks kind of, I mean, I don't know if it's drawish or not. It's definitely, no one's managed to get the edge here. I think I just have to not go crazy. Let my opponent make a mistake, you know? Queen back. Queen to d2. What is that doing? Are you trying to go over? Or are you trying to do something else? I don't know. I'm not sure. I could get in. What does that do? I don't even think that does anything. Actually, I could play a5. That'd get me 2 targets. That'd get me something. But at the same time, do I want to do that, right? You know? Maybe I just want to do nothing in the situation. Can try to get in, but otherwise we can maybe try something here? I'm not very sure about it. This isn't really too compelling. I mean, I guess I can try to get in here. Or do something. Get that rook away from... Okay. Right. I mean, I think I just go back then, don't I? Or is going back not what I want to do? I could play g5, but g5 seems to make things worse rather than better. I could go queen back, which seems like it's not necessarily helping matters at all. If I do play g5, it seems like I'm just allowing the queen to infiltrate in places. Yeah. Which is annoying. Otherwise, we have something like that, and then I'm just down a pawn. No, they might have found a way to break through. They may have found a way. Do I have something like that? No, I don't. I think we just play like this instead. Okay, now do I have something like that? Maybe something like that. E3? Probably not. Well, E3 would be pretty crazy. Yeah, a move like E3 would be very crazy. If takes, you're just losing a rook. If you take with the queen, you're still losing a rook. Yeah. No, this is bad now. Because now if I take here, takes... No. It just doesn't work. Actually, well, maybe. Actually, hold on a second. If they take with the rook, I have check. I have an intermezzo check. They also have a intermezzo check. Check there, breaks that. It might work, it might not. I don't know. Unfortunately now, if they take with that, I do have to give it up then. So yeah, no, they played really well. It seems like the obvious move, so if they find it, I'll just resign. It was crazy. It was a very, very difficult game. I think my opponent is very, very underrated at 1349. That's crazy. Oh, I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right. All they had to do was take. All they had to do. They can still they probably still have this one, but if they mess up though, it's just checkmate here for my opponent. Yeah, my opponent still has this. They could have played. I think they could have played toward like better in the end, but yeah, because it's still checkmate here. So very interesting game. I'm upset that I lost. You know, I'm bummed out, but let's take a look at what Stockfish tells us with the game review. Played with an 86.6%. My opponent played 89.9%. So it just wasn't enough to get the job done, like, for us. Yeah, I feel like they are definitely underrated. That was an insane, insane battle. That was the most tough battle I've had in quite a few games. Yeah, let's take a look. So we were doing really, really well until right here. So even this was like, I thought this was bad, and then I had to get, you know, get creative. But, yeah, Stockfish is saying that it's not really, you know, the end of the road. Because we could have given just, you know, we could have just threatened the queen here and held on to things. So, yeah, tough game. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed my pain, please be sure to give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment and let me know that, give me words of encouragement, because I could definitely use them. All right. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.